Hello YouTube and welcome to Turmoil in the Toybox. I'm your host Aaron Hauser, and today we're going to be reviewing the Mezco Breaking Bad Heisenberg figure. So I don't know about you guys, but I got really excited when I found out that Mezco had the licensing rights to Breaking Bad. This happens to be one of my favorite shows on AMC right now, and I was really excited at the prospect of getting a Walter White figure. They're doing a couple different versions actually. They've got a blue and a yellow hazmat suit version of Walter. They've got this Heisenberg figure. They've got a bobblehead. They've talked about potentially doing a Jesse Pinkman figure, but we're not sure if they're actually going to do that just yet. I guess that's depending on sales. But this Heisenberg is the first publicly released figure. They had another one that was released at San Diego Comic-Con. It goes for around $80. It's Walter in his yellow hazmat suit. But this is the first one that's going to be at like Toys R Us and on Amazon. So we'll start out by taking a look at the accessories. He comes with a small bag of his widely known product, the pure blue crystal meth that he makes. Comes with a huge bag of cash, and then he also comes with a removable hat and removable sunglasses. Now I want you to take a look at this facial sculpt right here, because this is actually really well done. Now I don't know about you, but I think that's a spot-on sculpt of Bryan Cranston. They did a great job with that. Now the detailing on this is just fantastic. This is probably one of the best figures that Mezco has done within recent years. The only real thing that I had a problem with as far as the paint application was the gun is molded into his hand, so it kind of bleeds up and around the gun, which was kind of annoying there. Other than that, the paint application looks great. There's a little bit of a scuffing from his hat being on him on the package, but I think that's easily removable. Now this leads to my biggest gripe of all for this figure. Now, if you're more into the adult collector's figures like I am, like the original Cult Classics figures, stuff like that, this is a very, very cool piece, and it's very nicely sculpted, but there is no articulation in this figure at all. And I don't mean like he just has head articulation. No, there's no articulation in this at all. It is essentially a very small statue. And I wish that Mezco wouldn't have maybe put figure on here as much. I mean, it is a figure, but the way they kind of hyped it up, I don't know. I assume that it would at least have, you know, like shoulder, maybe waist articulation, and head articulation. But there's no head articulation, there's no shoulder, wrist, anything. So it is just one solid piece. Now, even though it is one solid piece, like I said, it's a great sculpt, and I was really, really impressed with the level of detail on this figure, and I thought that the accessories that it came with were very cool. The bag of money fits in his hand perfectly. And then they also have the bag of crystal meth sculpted so that you can fit that right in his hand like this. If I can get it in there. Kind of like this. So he can hold that. And then of course he's got these. The sunglasses don't look too hot. They're kind of flat looking. They fit on there nicely. And then the hat. So overall, I think it's a very cool display piece, especially if you're as big of a fan of Breaking Bad as I am. And, you know, honestly, even with the incredible lack of articulation, I'll definitely be getting the other Walter White figures. Especially, I want to see if I can get a hold of the yellow hazmat suit version, because that one just looks very cool. But overall, For 20 bucks, I don't know, I kind of expected more articulation from this figure. I expected at least a little nicer detailing on like the portion with the hand. A removable gun would have been nice. I don't know what they're paying for the licensing rights for this, that they felt the need to kind of skimp out on, the basics of producing an action figure. So, and it's not like it really needed to have a whole lot to it. Molded legs are fine. Just some shoulder, wrist, and head articulation would have been great. Just like with the other Cinema Fear figures, stuff like that. So, but overall, I do think it's a very, very well done figure. I think the sculpt is perfect. I think it looks a lot like Bryan Cranston. I just wish that, they would have added more articulation. So, but yeah, that's about it for this review. If you have any questions about the figure, just leave them in the comments below and check out some of my other reviews. As always, thanks for watching.